Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Sonika Singh, and if you've been watching my videos, thank you very much. Now before I jump on to the video, I would like to wish all my Indian followers and all my Indian viewers a very happy Independence Day. Well, has it ever happened with you that you want to give some tips or some thought of you being 20-year-old self, and you would have thought that, oh, I would have done something better while I was 20-year-old? Well, I thought of it, and a couple of days ago, me and Chandeep were talking, and that's when I told Chandeep that, you know what? I want to do XYZ things, and I want to tell my 20-year-old self that what should I do? And the idea clicked to my mind of making this video, and here I am. So here I am in front of you giving you 10 tips that I would like my 20-year-old self to know, or if I had a time machine, I could have gone ahead and changed that while I was 20-year-old. Now, without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Now, before I jump on to the first point, people who know me, they can relate to me about it. The first point that I want to talk to my 20-year-old self is that be patient and everything will fall in place. Well, while we are in our teens or in adulthood, we want everything to be just in fraction of seconds. Well, I still think that it should happen right now as well, after me turning 34 as well. But I wish I could understand this back then, that things will fall in place slowly and gradually. Things will take their own time to get better, and things which are not better at the moment are meant to be not better at that moment. So take a deep breath and continue to have that patience in you, because eventually everything is going to fall in place. Get away with self-doubt. Well, I still have self-doubt with me, and I have recently lived fun. But I would really like to talk to my 20-year-old self and say that, come out of that self-doubt. If you think you have a doubt on the kind of work that you are doing, stop, think, evaluate and re-evaluate. And if you're still not able to make out any judgment out of it, go ahead and talk to your family, talk to your friends who can give you a genuine advice. If you think that you're doing a right thing and you get the same thing from your friends or your family members, by all means go ahead and do that, because that is the thing that is going to keep you happy. And if you are happy, the environment around you is going to be happy and positive. So collect all your self-doubt and throw it in the garbage, because it is not required. Had more guts to take risk. Now, a lot of you must not be aware that since my 10th standard, I wanted to pursue journalism, and I landed myself in HR field. So when I was about to complete my 12th standard and the results were awaited, I went ahead and asked my parents that, I want to do a journalism and I want to enroll myself in English honors, and would you please let me do that? So my parents, gave it a pass and put that on the back burner and said that, we'll think about it when your results are in. And to my surprise and to everybody's surprise, I did score much better in English as compared to my other subjects. So English was my top scoring subject. And I went ahead and enrolled myself, I went ahead and filled in the form in St. Stephen's College for getting myself a seat in English honors. Well, when the result came in, I couldn't find my name in the first list, but my name was there in the second list. So I went ahead and asked my parents, and they completely denied it. And they gave me that, journalism करके क्या करोगे, वो तो इतना dangerous है, and you will have to step out of the house to cover the news, and there are no timings, and etc. and etc. And it was put on the back burner, and I had to let it go off. But what I'm trying to say here is that if I had those guts back then, or if I had that ability to fight back with my parents and tell them that, the career options that you're giving me of doing a government job or doing a B.Ed, which I was never interested in, is not my cup of tea. I actually want to do journalism or English honors. But if I had those, guts, I would have really been in a very different place. So I regret that decision, honestly, at times. But if you do not want to regret that decision, please go ahead and speak out with your parents or to your friends, because you will never get a second chance. So have guts to take more risk. Stop worrying what others have to think. Now, most of the times I keep thinking, and while I was in my early 20s, I used to think that, if I do this, what others are going to think, and if I do that, what are my friends going to talk about. But I think back then I had very less mind, or I was not wiser enough to understand this. But I would like to tell my 20-year-old self that please stop worrying about it. Because the one question that I ask myself these days or now is that, are they paying my bills? Are they undergoing the struggles and pains that I am going through or I have gone through? The answer to that is no, they are not going to pay my bills. They are not going to undergo the struggles and the pains that I am going through. Remember that you are just a chatty topic for them at the moment, and after 2-3 days your topic will be off and there will be someone else who will be their gossip piece. So I would suggest, stop worrying about what others have to think about what you are doing. And I would like to tell my 20-year-old self as well, because we have only one life. Well, that's what I know, that we have only one life, and make the best use of that one life. So stop worrying about what others have to think about you. Have healthy lifestyle, workout or eating habits. Now, this has been my biggest struggle until I was 27. Well, my father and my father-in-law are still one of those people who would like to continue with their healthy regimes. My father is 70 plus and he will not miss out even a single day of his workout. He will ensure that he is doing his workout, even if it's for 10 minutes, he will ensure that he is in his regime every day. And believe me, my father used to be very strict while we were young, and he used to tell us every day, me and my brother, that kuch to exercise kar lo, it is going to be healthy for you. But dheet bacche hote hain na, stubborn children like all others, we were also very stubborn and said, we don't need it. But now I realize, when I have crossed 30 and I have become 30 plus, now I realize that how important it is to have a healthy lifestyle, have healthy eating habits, and should go and do workout. Now, I will not say I am pro at it, बिकॉज कभी मैं कर लेती हूँ, कभी मैं छोड़ देती हूँ, कभी 2 महीने चली जाती हूँ जिम करने, कभी 2 महीने के बाद मुझे याद आता है ओ वो 2 महीने तो किया ही नहीं है. सो आई विल नॉट से आई एम pro at it, but I am still doing it. But at least I'm doing it right now. But while I was 20-year-old, I did not even do a single jumping jack or a push-up or anything, you name anything, and I have not done anything while I was in my early 20s. So I wish if I would have picked up that habit back then, I would have been in a better position right now, because I would by now know that what is healthy eating and what kind of exercises should I do to keep my lifestyle healthy. So nevertheless, though I have picked it up late, but it's never late to pick up anything that you want to pursue for life. But yes, I wish if I would have picked it up in my early 20s, I would have been a better person. So if you are in your early 20s or in by mid 20s, go ahead and follow that, because it's going to make your life much more easier and much more healthy. Pursue my second passion, singing. Now, there is already one video that I have made which is about my second passion, singing. My first passion is of course perfume, Well, I don't get away with perfumes at all. In every video I talk about it. Anyways, that's my affinity for perfumes. So I picked up collecting perfumes in my early 20s, which was 18 and 19, but somehow I dropped off the second passion that I have, which was singing. I will never say, or I will not say that in my early 20s also I ever attended a singing class, or ever put myself into a competition where people used to compete on singing competitions. I've never done that, but I was always inclined, since my childhood I would rather say, I was inclined for the singing. I have no theory of singing, इन सेंस मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता है कि सिंगिंग के नोट्स क्या होते हैं, सिंगिंग के सुर क्या होते हैं, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता. I think that I am not a great singer, but I still think that I am a decent singer. And if, in my early 20s, if I would have picked up classes on singing, I would have been a better singer. I know मैं उसका कुछ कर नहीं सकती थी, मैंने कहीं competition में नहीं जाना था, और I wouldn't have applied for Indian Idol or any other singing competitions back then. So if you have a hobby, do not stop and do not compromise, because you never know that how happy you will be to pursue your hobbies. Make time for friends or socialize more. Now, if I look back about 2 decades, if I go, back and I say 20 years from now, I had a lot of friends. A lot of friends means, to whom I can talk to. I had a lot of school friends, even I had a lot of college friends. But then everything changed. I started my career quite early in my life, and I got busy. Not because they got busy, I got busy, and I lost the track of socializing it with them and going out and chilling with friends. I lost all of that. I will not say that I don't have friends. I have all of them on my Facebook and on my Instagram, but do I really talk to them? Genuinely, the answer to that is no, I don't talk to them. I have about 3 or 4 friends left from school. College friends का तो मुझे आता पता ही नहीं है कि वो कहाँ चले गए. But I have about 4 friends, if I count them. Yes, I have about 4 friends that I still talk to, जिसमें से कुछ का ट्रैक में बीच में भूल गई थी, but I picked it up once again. What I'm only trying to say here is that do not regret of having friends in your life, because once you grow in life, they will also give you a genuine life-changing advices as well. So I would suggest that once you turn 40 or 50, do not regret that, oh यार अगर मैं 20 साल का होता या होती तो I would have had a lot of friends. If you don't want to regret it, and if you don't want to wish it when you have turned quite old in life, go ahead and socialize more with your friends, because they are for lifetime. Read more often. Now, I started picking up reading when I was in my mid-20s. I started it because there were a lot of presentations and a lot of data analysis that I used to do for my role that I was in. But if I get a chance now to speak to my 20-year-old self and tell her that, the one thing that you should definitely go ahead and pick up is reading books. Now, reading books is not just confined to, your career-related books or anything else. You can read anything and everything that you want in the world. You want to read scientific, you can. You want to read fiction, you can. You want to read science fiction, you can. There is no end to books. If you want to read about poetry, you can go and read that. So, there is no end to it. The only thing that I wanted to tell to my 20-year-old is, yaar, please jaake books padhna shuru kar le. It is not only going to increase your vocabulary, but it is also going to give you a lot of conversation points to get into a conversation with someone. So you will get a lot of punchy lines as well. You will a lot more understanding than what normal people will have if they are not reading. And I would like to tell my 20-year-old self this, because I want her to be more knowledgeable and more valuable when she is talking to someone else. So I picked it up quite late, but if you are in your early 20s, or even if you are in your late 20s or early 30s and you do not have this habit of reading, please pick it up, because reading is going to make you more knowledgeable. Minimize comparing your life to others. Well, honestly speaking, while I was writing this header or this topic, I actually started writing it as "Stop comparing your life with others." But I took a step back and realized that, am I the one who's still saying that, should I stop it or should I minimize it? So, as a human being, I would really say that we have this tendency of comparing our lives with other lives. So instead of saying that, stop comparing your life with others, I would say that minimize the comparison between your life and others people's life. There is no limit to it, there is no end to it. We will always be in that trap that, someone is having more than us or less than us. I understand this now, but I think back then when I was 20-year-old, I was all over the place where, I used to compare myself with my friends, with my family members as well, to be honest. So I can't get rid of it completely, but I can definitely ensure that I minimize it, because it is going to keep my mind sane, it is going to keep my health sane, and it is going to keep me in a forward looking direction. So tell your 20-year-old self, if I get an opportunity to tell her that what is it that you should be doing, I would definitely tell her to minimize comparing your life to others. Being judgmental. Now, when I was young, I was in this habit of, judging people around me while I was in college and while I was in school as well. We all have our girlfriends or boyfriends that, we talk to and we gossip about, and we judge people on the way they wear clothes or the way they talk. We do all of that. But if I get that opportunity now to go back to my teens and to my 20s, I would definitely like to tell her that please do not be judgmental about anybody on anything, because it's not your right. It's, as an individual, you have no right to judge someone. So if you are in your early teens or late adults or any point of your life, if you are in any point of your life, please stop judging people around you, because it's not worth it and of no use. So these are those 10 things that I want to tell my 20-year-old self to pick it up so soon. And if you think that you want to pick it up something from these now, by all means go ahead and pick it up. But if you think that you have something different and you would like to share that with me, please do not forget to put that on the comment section below. And if it's interesting, I will definitely do that for my lifetime. And if you think that my video was interesting, please do not forget to give that thumbs up. And if you've been watching my videos but have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Take care of yourself. I guess the third wave is round the corner. That's what I have been hearing from my people in India, that third wave is on the way. So please do not step out of the house. Take care of yourself, not only physically but mentally as well. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, you take care of yourself. Bye-bye.